August 14, 1926.
My poor heart swims in a sea of bitterness for want of my sweet Jesus, who, if he comes, does so as a fleeting flash of lightning. In that flash I see the poor world, its grave ills, nations conniving among themselves to produce wars and revolution. And this brings down chastisements from heaven which will destroy entire cities and towns. O God, how great is humanity's blindness! After this fleeting flash of his lovable presence, I remain in greater darkness than before, alone with the thought of my poor brothers and sisters scattered in this hard life of exile. But as if this were not enough to fill my heart with intense bitterness, another source of bitterness was added, almost enough to drown out my poor existence. The news that the writings on the most holy will of God, with the approval and imprimatur of our Archbishop, would soon be published. But the most severe blow to my poor soul has been the news that it was not just the writings about the divine will that were to be published. I had become reconciled to the publication of such writings by the insistence of our Lord and my superiors, who had convinced me that this was for the glory of God. Thus it was not for me, small and miserable as I am, to oppose the desires of blessed Jesus. What worries me now is that even the succession of interactions that Jesus has had with me and everything he has told me, even concerning the virtues and other diverse issues, will also be published. And this has caused me much pain. I have stated and repeated many times my reasons for not wanting this done. While I found myself so distraught, my sweet Jesus moved within me as if he, too, felt the weight of my oppression. Embracing me in his arms, he said by way of encouragement,
"My daughter, what is it? What is it? Don't be downcast. I don't want you to be depressed. Instead of thanking me, you become depressed. You must know that in order for my supreme will to be known, I have had to prepare the circumstances, make available the means, and overwhelm the bishop by the sheer force of my will, which no man can resist. I have had to work one of my great prodigies. Do you think it is easy to obtain the approval of a bishop? Oh, how much vacillation, how many difficulties! And then, when what I have revealed out of my goodness is approved, they approve it with so many restrictions, almost stripping it of its most beautiful traits, of its most resplendent colors. Don't you see in the approval of the bishop the triumph of my will and, consequently, my great glory? Don't you comprehend the enormous need for the knowledge of the supreme will to be propagated so that, as a beneficent dew it may quench the fires of passions and, as a sun which rises, illuminate the darkness of the human will to eradicate the lethargy which, for want of living in my will, overcomes almost all creatures even when they do good? These revelations regarding my volition will be as a balm to heal the wounds produced by the human will. Whoever has the benefit of this knowledge will feel the flow of a new life of light, of grace, and of strength to fulfill my will in everything. Moreover, comprehending the great evil of self-will, he will abhor and will throw off the oppressive yoke of the human will to place himself under the gentle dominion of my will. Ah, you don't know nor can you see what I see and know. Therefore let me act and don't be downcast. On the contrary, you should have encouraged him whom I have selected with so much love to do this work. My daughter, the kingdom of my will is invincible. In these writings I have placed superabundant light, grace, and attraction to make my kingdom victorious. To the extent that these writings become known, they will wage a sweet battle against the human will and will win. This knowledge will be as a wall, most high and strong more than in the earthly paradise, which will impede the infernal enemy from coming in to provoke those who, conquered by my volition, will enter into its kingdom. Don't be disturbed, then, and let me act. I will arrange everything so that the supreme fiat will be known.